The last 2 years seem to have changed admissions forever. COVID-19 caused even the topmost schools, whether they are B schools, engineering schools, law schools, art schools, to offer GRE and GMAT waivers. That means you do not have to prepare for months and months and give a standardized test and then go ahead and apply for admissions. No, now you don't have to actually take any standardized test. In fact, in the last 2 years, we've created over 2,000 shortlists. That's university shortlists that we create. We tell you that based on your profile, these are the ambitious, moderate, and safe universities. Over 2,000 of those shortlists that we created in the last 2 years were for people who were not taking these tests. That means that we added an extra column to this shortlist telling them that, hey, these universities do not require the GRE. And those people, of course, needed universities without the GRE. They had not taken the GRE or the GMAT, if it's B school guys as well. And then we were creating lists that were completely not requiring you to take any of these standardized tests. How cool is that, right? And that was happening very well, by the way. However, is this something that you should be doing as well? To know the answer to this, we need to understand exactly what universities are doing. First, take a look at this. This is a blog that we created, which has about 65 universities which chose to waive off the GRE and the GMAT in most cases. And we also have learn more links. All of these are official university links which actually mention that they have waived it off. So with proof, we have attached each and every link, and these were actually some of the most popular blogs that we did in the last 2 years, right? You can see over here, 65 universities that waived off the GRE, all right, for many of their programs, and the GMAT for many of their B schools as well. This blog was very popular, like I said. But now when we actually go on to the learn more links, and we were actually in the process of updating this blog, because this right now, it was for spring and fall 2023. Now spring 24 is starting, fall 24 is going to be starting later on, right? So we have to update this blog. But before we do that, we do run some mandatory checks like every year. And yes, we will update this blog. No worries, that will certainly be there. And we can even do it for your profile. If you come to us right now and you tell us, hey, I only want to apply to GMAT waived universities, can you list down those B schools for me which have deadlines in the next 1 or 2 months? We'll do that, and we'll basically take your profile into consideration. We'll make sure that you're not applying to universities that are not within your reach, and also which you are too good for. So essentially, ambitious, moderate, safe, good combination, we'll do it. But at the same point in time, take a look at what universities are doing right now. Let's take a look at University of Oregon, which essentially over here, just right here, you can see it says for fall 2023, GREs are not required but strongly encouraged. And this is for fall 23 only, by the way. We have not reached the 2024 right now, so they don't have anything on that. But just understand this. For students who cannot submit GRE scores, we will look for equivalent evidence of quantitative, verbal, and analytical skills. We recommend including a description of supporting evidence in your SOP. That means that they're not just leaving you if you don't take the GRE. They want you to explain, why are you qualified as compared to someone who took the GRE? Why are you qualified enough in math, in verbal, in analytical thinking, and of course, possibly why you could not take the GRE as well. That's what it says to me, right? That's one university. Let's take a look at another one right here. This is UIC, and this is their business school essentially. Let's take a look at this section right over here. It says this is UIC, and this is their business school, of course. And let's take a look at this section over here, temporary GMAT GRE waivers, and it says, okay, the GRE and GMAT are available at testing centers. Competitive GMAT GRE scores may help your chances of admission and being awarded merit aid. Essentially, they've just straight away told you that if you have taken the GRE or the GMAT, you may look at scholarships. Otherwise, well, I think you're smart enough to understand what they mean right here, right? They don't have to really go into the details of that. But yeah, you can see what's happening. More and more universities, they have given these waivers based on the COVID-19 test itself, and they're basically telling you, look, you can take the test because it's available at one of the test centers. So, you can take the test, okay? And the test will have some advantages if you submit it, because, that will help you get scholarships as well. So you can see how more and more universities are kind of moving away from this. And this is only till 2023, by the way. Not a lot of universities are going to be continuing this in the next couple of terms. That's what I'm trying to explain. Take a look at the next one. This is actually MIT. I think this is the MIT Graduate Mechanical School. But anyway, what they say over here is for 2022 and 2023 graduate admissions process, given the potential difficulty in access to testing centers. Understand this. This is only because it is difficult to go to testing centers in the years 2022 and 2023, that's how it was, right? Due to COVID-19, well, the Department of Mechanical Engineering will not require GRE tests for the application for graduate admissions for 2022 and 2023. We will thus not use the GRE scores as a basis of evaluating candidates for admission in the 2023 application process. So what this essentially means is that last 2 years, we already know it was a little bit difficult to go to the test centers. Now that everyone's vaccinated and the COVID-19 is looking a little bit weaker, test centers are very well accessible. Hence, what you can understand is this policy may not actually continue next year. Let's take a look at the next one here, yeah? This one is from MSU, I think Michigan State University, and this says right here, the GRE general test essentially, that is highly recommended but not required. So you can see more and more universities, they're recommending the test at this point, right? There are certain ones that did not exactly, adhere to this regime. Some universities said, hey, it's okay, don't submit the GRE. They didn't say anything negative about not submitting it, but this is going on at most of the universities right now. I'll tell you that, and you will see this in the upcoming next 1 or 2 years itself, right? Check this out, okay? This one, they say, UNC, by the way, University of North Carolina, they say taking the GRE is not required but is recommended. There is no penalty if you don't submit it, but we encourage you to apply even if you haven't taken the test. We'll take a holistic approach and we'll review all of your documentation. But again, they're saying it is recommended but not required. Understand, read between the lines. Why is it recommended and what happens if you don't take it? Okay, and this is still till fall 2023 only. These are still the requirements of fall 2023 because universities are still accepting fall 23 admissions. If you want to apply, this is still a good time. Take a look at the last one I have over here. This is one of the best schools, Babson. Again, if you want to go for entrepreneurship, probably your number 1 choice. And this one says again, test optional policy for 2023. Right here, you can see the first thing you see is due to the COVID-19 pandemic, this is what we're doing. Again, the exact same thing. I hope you understand here. What I essentially mean is that your chances of getting the GRE and GMAT waived in the next 2 terms, that's spring 24, fall 24, they are very well limited, all right? And yes, some universities will still choose to do it. Yes, we'll still add such universities to your shortlist, but you will be limiting your choices, all right? If it is possible for you, if it is by any means possible, I highly recommend you go ahead, you book the test, and there's videos on this channel. You can take a look at them. You can take a look at GRE and GMAT. Both I have made plans for 2 months. 2 months and you'll be ready, you'll be good to go, you'll be able to prepare. Just stick to those plans religiously. Some people, they stick to the plans religiously, they get absolutely amazing results, and you can see that in the comments as well. Some people, yeah, it's the opposite, right? If you're not sticking to the plan, don't expect a return, right? But that plan in itself is made in such a way that even if you're not really doing very well at this point, you will be able to actually ace these tests. It just takes 2 months. You don't have to give up your life for it, just about 3-4 hours per day. And yeah, you will be able to make sure that you actually get there very, very easily, right? Don't lose hope. And please, again, listen to my advice. I'm on your side, guys. I'm only telling you this so that I can make sure that you get into the best possible universities out there. All right, my number's in the description. Again, if you want to reach out, I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.